morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's October 8th, 2019. A couple of things I just wanted to cover with you. I'll tell you, I can't believe how many people listen to the media. Pretty much they can say whatever the hell they want, and people are just going to regurgitate it and walk around town. I did a little investigation about these vaping products because I wanted to make sure I was safe. Made a couple of phone calls. It turns out that these kids that have been dying from vaping are not from vaping this shit. They are using TNT. Do you remember when the marijuana was tainted? It wasn't even pot, it was something else, and they were smoking it, and you can buy it in retail stores. Well, they banned that from New York years ago. It would get you high. But the problem is that nobody knew it was in this shit. It was all chemicals. So what they did is they reversed it and they started doing it in vaping. So that's where these deaths come from. But the media won't tell you that. They won't tell you that these are perfectly safe, that it's a great alternative for cigarettes, so you don't die from fucking emphysema and lung cancer. They'll just say all vaping products are unsafe, and people buy it. God forbid if the media should say 1 ounce of truth. I don't even think anybody will believe them. It's unbelievable. It really is remarkable how strong the fucking media is and how stupid people are. And they just believe anything. Anyway, that's not the reason why I'm making this video. I've been thinking about the sun the other day and how much and how obvious it is that it's a projection. What it exactly it is, I don't know. Is it a solid object? I have no idea. Can we fly a rocket into it? What will it do if you did that? I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Nobody seemed to have done it. And they don't seem that they're ever going to do it. Because then they'll be able to prove that this thing is local. I don't think it's in the dome. I think it's... I don't know. It's hard to explain with this thing. But you can see that the light that it emits is a projection. All right? And what I mean by that is this time of year, when the leaves are starting to fall here in New York, you could just see it at sun, when the sun goes away, and right at about the time it's just about to go away, and you're getting these wonderful, spectacular colors, and even when the sun's in even halfway up in the sky, you could just... It's such a projection if you really think about it. A real star wouldn't do that if it was as big as it really was, and if it was as far away as it really is. It would saturate the entire fucking sky. People don't think about this. It's remarkable. And then that the moon has a separate source of energy, that it emits cold. It's actually warmer in the shade than it is outside of the shade. It drops another 10 degrees. How could that be if it's reflecting the sun? I mean, those are two separate entities up there. This whole system that we're in is incredible. I mean, I don't know. I would love to see what it looks like from the outside. It must be intense, But there is a world in here of people, billions of them, slaves. That we're all contained in here. I don't know what's beyond the ice wall barrier. And I call it the barrier because that's basically what it is. Thousands and thousands of miles of ice. And then, I don't know, do you find the dome there, or is that where more land exists? And then the dome is even further than that. It would make sense. It really would. Adam and Eve. Atlantis. That's probably what it is. Atlantis. They found it, whatever it is. They know it's there. They wouldn't cordon it off. They locked everything up until 2042. There's no questions asked. People don't find that suspicious. that when Amel Byrd went down there and found out what he wanted to do, that they shot rockets off into the dome. That people don't find that suspicious at all. They don't think. And during that year, every single country in the entire world here signed a treaty that nobody can go down there, no businesses can go down there, nobody can buy land, nobody can do a freaking thing down there in Antarctica. Nobody finds anything suspicious about that. No, why would they? They'd have to actually think for themselves, right? But they don't care, they're too busy. Because now we're going up into the silly season. That's right, the silly season. That's Halloween, Christmas, throw a couple of Jewish holidays in there. For my Jewish friends, how you doing? And then New Year's, the big whammo. Oh, then you got something else. Then you have Valentine's Day, which is typically the relationship killer in most relationships. It's the silly season. That's the best way to describe it. To keep us distracted, that's all it is. Go out, buy pumpkins. Go out, buy gifts. Go out, buy hearts and get ready for springtime. It's spring cleaning. Don't you see how this system is? Today's Tuesday, and guess what? Next week we're going to have another Tuesday. And then we'll have another Friday. And then we'll have another holiday. People just can't think for themselves. They can't. I mean, everybody is a child. It's not a child at heart. It's just, period, a child. Because they haven't woken up to any of this. They don't see it. I don't even acknowledge birthdays. You know what I did for my significant other's birthday? I cooked for her. That was it. Okay? I don't want anyone buying me any gifts because I don't know what's real. You know, is that date real? Is the year that I was born real? No. All of this is bullshit. These dates are there to make you think that you're old, to make you feel old. And that's it, bottom line. Oh, I remember a couple of decades ago, everything was exactly the same fucking thing. The sun wasn't far enough away. The sun is exactly the same way. The moon exactly the same way. Nothing ever changes in this big universe that we supposedly live in. This enormous universe of us whirling around fucking space. You'd think maybe once in a while the tilt of our axis would be fucked up and a season might change here or there. But no, all they can do is chemtrail us, and that's what's changing the seasons. That's your freaking whatever name they've made up for it, global climate control or whatever the fuck it is. That's what's doing it. They think they can damage this place that we're on. We've got thousands of miles of ice wall. Thousands of miles. If we melted it all, hell, then we'd all have to do is just take a boat. And from there we'll be able to find out what everything is. We wouldn't have to traverse the 1,000 miles over ice and stock up on food. That's why I said, what if a submarine? You know, the ice doesn't go all the way down. I don't know. I find it remarkable that nobody sees this, and I'm just walking around zombies. Nothing but zombie land. It's, I don't know, I guess people just get to a certain age where they just don't question anything anymore. They've just been too institutionalized, is probably the best way to describe it. There's nothing to break them free from it. Nothing at all. Same routine everybody has every day. They go to work in the morning, same thing. They eat lunch, same thing. Every fucking day. It's the same routine for every single person. You know, that usually shows a crazy person in a way. When someone's under that type of routine, you know that? I mean, they haven't investigated giants. They haven't investigated mud flood. They haven't even looked at some of these buildings that don't look right. That are built 5 feet below the fucking ground. And the windows are 1 foot off of the ground. That doesn't make any sense. That all there is around us is mud, dirt, everywhere that you can see. These rock formations, I don't know what the hell they really are. I really don't. Is that organic material? Because Devil's Tower sure as shit looks like it to me. Looks like a big tree trunk, for crying out loud. Where's the rest of the tree? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue. But that's what it looks like. A petrified forest in California looks exactly like that. And that's wood petrified into rock. All right. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos and let me be a part of your life.